Top of the evening from the bottom of the world.
It's the Push Project, day 6.
Hey, so we want to hear obviously about Grant and how he's doing, but I think we talked a lot about that last time. We'd love to hear how you're doing. How was the day today?
Things are good. I'm fired up and stoked to be here. This is definitely a new experience for me. Obviously we're with Doug and with Tyler, who have been to the South Pole before, and we've been hearing about it a lot for the last year and learning about it a lot. And we've been saying the whole time, we've been trying to go out and train all over the world. We've been up to Svalbard and down to the Andes and up to Alaska and trying to simulate conditions, all the while knowing that we never would really simulate conditions. We never would really feel it until we were actually here. And I think that's really hit home recently. I mean, I've been talking about negative 40 degrees for a year now, but I had no idea what that actually was until a few days ago. And so, and just the endless expanse of white all around you. I mean, I made a comment to Tom the other day while he was filming that, I've been in deserts and I've been in flat expanses, but at some point the mountains rise up in the distance. And here, they don't do that for hundreds and hundreds of miles. We're literally in the middle of just total empty. Good evening, John.
Hey, Grant, I heard you were an animal today, just pushing it forward. Are things becoming a little bit easier, or are you just becoming accustomed to the environment you're in to be able to push forward the way you did today?
Honestly, being straight up with you, every single push stroke that I do down here is harder than any push stroke I ever did in training. No matter how heavy the trailer was in training or what the snow condition was, this Antarctica styrofoam and Velcro just won't let up on me. And it comes down to it's not going to change. So I've got one choice, and that's for me to just completely square up to it and give it my all. And this morning, another one of those mornings where I woke up on fire, and I totally feel the mission and where this thing has to go. And we've had some, the days are long and the miles have been very, very slow going. It's intense to push across this stuff, and when you're out in that negative 35, negative 40 realm for 6, 7, 8 hours, it's just taxing. And today we set off on a mission, and we had the goal of being in the 8-mile range, really knocking that out, the 7, 8-mile range. And we were well on the way to that goal. About 5 hours into it, we were on a good clip. We were over a mile an hour. It was the fastest speed that I'd sustained for 5 hours since the trip started. And we looked at, we monitor my temperature as the guys have talked about throughout this dispatch. We monitor my temperature probably every 20, 30 minutes on my toes. And at one snack, we looked down, and I was in the 40s. 15 minutes later, we looked down, and my toes were 9 degrees below freezing. And that's just unacceptable. I mean, that right there was a day ender. And being frank with you, it's a really hard thing to come up on a challenge like that, where, okay, my goal is to do 8 miles today. And I have to make those miles in order to make the big goal. And like Petter said, how do you eat an elephant one bite at a time? And when we saw that my toes were 23 degrees, it's really tough to come up, like I say, on a challenge like that. And it's also a no-brainer to stop what you're doing and make sure that you don't jeopardize the expedition. Because frankly, if we pull my boot off and I have black toes, we got one choice, and that's evacuation, and that can't happen. We just cannot have that, because the mission is so critical to me, and the idea and the message and the goal. This is something that we've put well over a year into, and everyone on this team has dedicated their lives and their passion to making this happen. And I will give it every single ounce of effort and passion and heart and fire that I have in every cell in my body to make this thing happen. And so we got in the tent, and we went about semi-urgent. I don't want to call it an emergency, but we got we were highly motivated to get my feet warm quickly. And we found pretty quick that my toes were all right. We hadn't been at that temperature long enough for any freezing to occur.